Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me again, Rebel. And yes, I'm going to have to do this because today has been a pretty bad day for my potty mouth. So I come with a parental advisory. I tend to cuss like a sailor, and I will also could probably talk like a pervert, basically. So if you ain't into that, exit stage left. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings none, because I know I ain't everybody's cup of tea. And how do you like the new hair? I had to change it up. I my New Year's resolution was to be more adventurous, so I tried to stray away from red. So now I decided I like this multicolored hair. It's a pain in the butt to do, but I really like having all these different colors. Plus, I'm trying out a new brand. Um, it's called Ero. If I'm saying that right, I found them on Amazon. And I think I might like it. So far, I like how vibrant their colors are. Orange, the dark purple, and there's a plum color that's mixed in. It's kind of hard to tell because it kind of blends in with this hot pink. Um, like I said, it does really well. The hot pink, which is like this color here, is from Manic Panic. I'm trying to find hair colors that are cheaper than Arctic Fox. That's what I normally always use, especially for my reds, because it tends to last the best and it fades the best for red. So I'm trying to find something that is a little bit more affordable. And this was, one of them was 10. I think it was a plum, 10.98, and the other two were 11.98. So, and it comes in a recycled package, and it's kind of a squishy package, kind of like what your face masks come in, kind of thing. So that was really nice, and they're cruelty free. And so yeah, we'll see how this washes out. The Manic Panic, it's not the greatest, but it's cheap. You could get a bottle of it for like around $10. So but yeah, I decided to do this. It's kind of funky in a way, but I have orange, and like I said, a dark purple, like a bluey purple, and then that hot pink, and then the plum. And the plum kind of mixes in with the hot pink, so it's kind of hard to see. Like, I think that this is plum, the plum color, but anyways, enough about my damn hair. Let's get to what we're talking about here, right? Shall we? So I decided we needed to find palettes for Valentine's Day. So this is my Valentine's Day roundup. So I'm going to show you what the palettes I picked out that I think would be really good for Valentine's Day. And I'm going to start off with this one first because I'm wearing it today, actually, on my eyes. And this one is broke, so I can't show it as well. But this is the ColourPop Wine and Only palette I am wearing. Like I said, it's broke. I'm still trying to keep it all intact. I haven't pressed it yet. I am wearing the color Mull over it. There we go. This color right here. It is such a pretty color. I'm just going to grab a few colors so you kind of see. Let's grab the broken one. This brown one down here is broken, so. And it's kind of powdery, but that's the broken one. But here are some of the mattes out of the palette. It's a very pretty palette if you want a burgundy dream, basically. And it is deep. It is a very deep palette. There's not a whole lot of contrast. You're going to go really dramatic with it, basically, like this. This is, and I was going in light-handed because I didn't want it too dramatic, so yeah. But I think that this would be a good palette, especially if you do want a dramatic look like this. And it was just one shadow and done, basically. Like I said, I used that one, and it was one and done, and it looks fantastic. So we'll just stick with the ColourPop theme because I got several ColourPop palettes. So the next one I picked was Ooh La La. The ring line is like blinding you. There's Ooh La La. This is kind of a pinky purple. Now this does have a nice, I'm going to flip it over this way so I don't blind you. This does have a nice contrast of light to dark in this palette, so I'm sure you've seen Ooh La La, but I'll go ahead and just grab a few of the colors. Just in case. Maybe you forgot. And that Wine and Only palette, as you can see, is staining me, so it's not as super pigmented like that Wine and Only. So this is going to create more softer looks. But yeah, I think if you don't want a dramatic look, you want to kind of keep it more, what am I thinking, romantic kind of, more soft, basically. The Ooh La La would be a good way to go. Plus, it gives you pink and purple options. So, where am I putting these? Okay. The next one I pulled out, I think would be a good one, at least for me, because I freaking love, like, red tones, is Main Squeeze. This is another one of their 9 pans. This one doesn't have as good of a contrast to light to dark. Your lightest color is this gold. It's not really that light. I still think it's really a pretty palette. I think it would make a pretty look. I'm not really pulling much out of shivers, am I? Let me grab some shivers this time. I got fuzzies all over my finger. Oh, that one was bad. There, that's better. Okay. So you're getting a little bit deeper there, but still not like the Wine and Only, which I like the vampy colors. I like dark lips. I like dark eyes, so that kind of fits me well. But once again, this is a palette that would be good because this is the darkest color here in the palette. So maybe if you're not so adventurous, I guess, like I am, this would be a pretty good palette for you to try. Yeah, this stuff is really staining. Okay. I might have to like jump edit some of this because I'm taking too damn long. So the next palette I picked was Strawberry Shake. This is a solid pink palette. And this is kind of going on a little bit of the lighter side. Like these look pretty dark, but I don't think that they're as dark as what they appear. So I'm going to grab one of the darker ones. I got to grab that pink. There we go. But this does give you a nice contrast with this light pink. You got that really pretty like pinky orange duochrome. And then this is like the darkest shade. And this is the pink in the middle. So the pink in the middle is almost darker than the darkest shade. So I said this is a real good palette if you're into just pinks. Kind of the warm or red toned pinks. This would be a good palette. Yes, I have a makeup eraser. I don't know what. I have put it up as usual, and I don't know what I've done with it, so. Alright, now we're going to go into my. How many are these? These are the 12 pans. I picked some 12 pans of the ColourPops I think would be good. And the first one is my Bye Bye Birdie palette. This one would be more pink into purple. Probably a little bit more leaning towards purple. And unfortunately, we do have 2 pressed glitters in this one. Chunky and a finer pressed. But other than that, oh, you also have eye toppers. So this is like an eye topper. This is an eye topper. So they won't be as pigmented, but they look pretty when you put them on top of shadows. So I'm just going to pull some colors here to show you. I'm not going to pull the eye topper or glitters. There we go. This is a really good palette. And you do get a nice contrast. There's almost that same color, isn't it, as the last palette that has that pinky gold shift. But once again, it's a good palette, especially if you like more of the like purpley side of pink. This would be a good one. It just all depends, really. Why I picked these, I was just picking color stories that were like pink, red, and purple, because I kind of think that those are more Valentine's colors. I guess it depends on who you are, too. Somebody who loves green can make a green Valentine's look, or, you know, so it just really depends on you. But for the general population of they tend to stick with these three colors. So I had to pull out the All That palette. This was last year's Valentine's release from ColourPop. There is one pressed glitter right there. It's a fine pressed glitter, but this is very burgundy, light pink kind of colored. I'm not going to swatch any of the the light pink ones because you would be able to see those on my hand. There is a metallic shade in here, which I did just swatch. They have a metallic color in this palette. And this is the dark burgundy that's in the palette. It didn't swatch very well because my hand was still wet. But this is a pretty palette once again. It's really close, actually, to the Wide and Only in ways. But this gives you more contrast. You do have a black. I can show you instead of looking at it. You do have a black, but you also have a white. So you got a pretty good range and contrast. And you got this awesome metallic. You have a glitter if you want it. So this could go really basic, every day, and then you could go really glam with it for evening with the glitter and the chrome metallic that they have in here. So I really like this palette too. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. All right, I picked Gimme Butterflies. This is really heavy on pinks and golds. You do kind of have a pinky purple here. For the most part, it's kind of a pink palette. And there's also, unfortunately, 2 pressed glitters. And they're chunky, so. I just pick some colors here. Let's dry my hand off real quick. There we go. Let's give me Butterflies. That's a really pretty shimmer there. It's kind of a lavender pink shift. So it's a really pretty palette. It can be really go from day to night too. But it's a little bit softer than the last ones we've seen. The next ColourPop palette is going to be You Are a Cutie. This was 2 years ago, I believe. I think it was a Valentine's release 2 years ago. So this one is heavy on purples. It has the one pink, but for the most part, this is a purple palette. So for purple lovers, this would be perfect, basically. Something's going crazy over here. Oh. I didn't know there was a phone over here. Braden's phone's just over here going off. No, I don't. We don't have phones, per se, for our sons. They get our old phones, basically. That one is real lackluster. I remember that now that I think about it. What figure was it? The heart eyes one that's right here, it's pretty patchy. It really has to be built up. It's very light. It's very weird. This palette isn't my favorite from ColourPop, But it's workable, it's doable, but it's not the best formula. Like this one is just so patchy and weird. It looks so much darker in the pan, and then you get it and it's super light. But this is like a really pretty duochrome here. And then you got a pretty metallic, and then just a basic kind of brownish color. But I don't know if you can even get this one anymore. And like I said, it's not probably the best, but I thought I would pull it out for anybody that does like purple tones. That would be a pretty good palette to pick. Alright, now we've got different brands. Kind of, yeah, different brands. I'm going to go into BH Cosmetics. You already know I picked them. I picked Cotton Candy and Cherry on Top from the Sweet Shop collection. I think they're perfect for Valentine's. So there's the Cherry on Top. I'm just going to grab 2 of these just so you can see. And I'm going to grab the shimmers. The shimmers are the stars of these. The mattes.
It's intermission time, folks. So hurry, hurry, hurry.
Ooh, okay. Intermission time. I had to take a sneeze break. So like I was saying, the mattes in these work perfect. They're, you know, but the stars of these palettes, I think, are the shimmers. So we have 2 shimmers out of the Cherry on Top. We have this light pink and this reddish pink shimmer. And then this is out of the Cotton Candy, which is kind of a fuchsia purple and a lavender shimmer. They're so pretty. Like I said, I need to show you the Cotton Candy one. I didn't show you that one because I got interrupted by my damn allergies. There we go. Very pretty, especially if you're a person that loves the pinks and the purples. This would be a perfect palette. Like I said, I love these all around. I don't have one complaint about these at all. I love them. Fast forward time. Next one I'm going to grab, I think is another nice kind of purple palette that you can use, is from Nabla. If I said it right, Nabla. This is a cutie palette. This one is in Wild Berry. This is kind of more of an expensive brand. But I think that would be a really pretty palette if you're not like really into color. It gives you kind of some color options, but it's more of a muted. So I think that this would be good for somebody. And I have this eye topper here is so pretty. It's kind of glittery, but it's a really fine milled glitter. And then we have a pretty shimmer here. So let me grab some of these colors. And Nabla is actually a really good eyeshadow formula to it. This is my one and only palette so far, but I definitely want to pick up more from them. They're soft. They don't have a whole lot of kick up or fallout, and they last a good while too. Or at least this palette does. Like I said, this will give you a little bit of a Valentine's color feel without being too overpowering color-wise. Because like I said, a lot of people are very neutral. They wear, you know, neutral browns. So sometimes color is a little, like, too much. Like, I'm too much, you know. But so they don't like a whole lot of color. And palettes like that would be good because then you get the kind of pops of color here and there. Okay, the next one I pulled is one of my high-end ones again. Is the Naked Cherry. Hey, this would be another good one, especially for somebody who doesn't want a whole lot of bright color. It just gets that little bit of hint of color. Let me set that down before I drop it. And it is a good contrast. You go from light to dark. You do have a white. You do have a dark brown. This is so far my only Urban Decay palette. Did I pick that one up? And the formula, to be truthfully honest, is okay. It's not the best I've had, but it's not the worst either. It's just kind of in between. There's like a hair, you see it? But it's alright. Like I said, you get a little bit of a cherry color, I guess. Kind of a burgundy red color in these. It's an okay palette. Like I said, especially as somebody who doesn't want to be like really full on color and mute it down, this would be a good option. I'll say I should have brought me a towel in here. I do have a paper towel. Oh no, it's got glitter in it. Oh, now I got glitter all over my hand. Awesome. Okay. The next one, we might as well just get these high-end ones out of the way, right? I picked the little ABH Norvita palette. This is the volume 1. And this one is pretty heavy on pinks and purples, and that's why I picked it. So these are, I like these. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to blind you. I really like these little palettes. I like the Norvita. I have one of the big pro palettes, the big $60 ones. I did not pay $60 though. I got that thing on sale, but I like the formulas of them. They have not disappointed me. The only thing is I could see people getting hacked off in a way because there's kick up. There is quite a bit of kick up in the pans, so people may not like that. And there's quite a bit about a fallout. So, but they're pigmented really good. So, okay. This is a pretty duochrome. It's kind of like copper and light pink, if you can see that. This is the grape purple that's in the palette. This is a mauve wine color. And this is that weird almost corally kind of pink color. So I really, like I said, I have all 3 of the little, is there just 3? I think there's just 3 of the little palettes. I have all 3 of the little ones, and then I have the purple one and the big one. So I really like them. I've been waiting to see if those big ones, if I could catch the others on sale. I would really like to have the orange one, but I haven't seen those on sale, and I just can't see spending $60 for a palette. No. So let's keep with the purple theme. I have this one here. This is LA Colors Break Free palette. I don't know which one this one is, because I think they're all called Break Free. Yeah, I never did figure that out. So, but it's got a real pretty, I don't know what's that stuff called. Not holographic, whatever the hell it is. It's just pretty packaging, basically, but this is definitely purple and pink. Of course, duh, you see it's freaking purple and pink. What the hell was I trying to say? It's heavy on purples, there we go. But it has a lot of pink tones to it, and the purples are kind of pink toned, so let me just get some damn colors out, because I can't spit what I'm trying to freaking say. The shimmers in this palette are really pretty. It is pretty heavy on shimmer. So we have these, what am I thinking? Oh my gosh. Oh, the metallic shimmers. There we go. So it has the texture to them. And then you have just regular shimmers, just your average shimmer. And of course, that is a matte, kind of lavender brown that's in the palette. These are really good. I have 2 of these palettes so far in this LA Girl collection. I have the, it's a monarch theme, so all the colors are like monarch butterfly colors. It's really good too. I really want to get some more of them. They have several different color stories. They even came out with 2 new ones this past month. I really like to get all of them, but I like to wait until Ulta, usually they'll put LA Girl, like the brand itself, on sale, and that's when I grab it. Or when they have the 20% off coupon. That's what I did for these. I waited until the 20% off coupons. I got them a little bit cheaper because these are like 15 something for the palettes, which, I mean, they're a good size palette at 16 colors to it. And they're not small. So, I think for $15, they're definitely worth it. But it's always nice to get things a little cheaper. So, I'm going to go with... This is definitely for somebody who is more neutral tone, loves the, doesn't want color at all, really, kind of. I picked the You Can Be Aromas palette, and this is a cheap dupe brand, basically. And this is duping a the Huda New Nudes palette. That's hard for me to say, shit. The Naked palette. The new Naked palette. But this brand is pretty decent. For the price, well, this one was actually free. I won this in a giveaway. But I've looked it up, and they're like $9 for these. And the only difference is in the Huda one, this is actually like a cream concealer, which I don't know why she put that in there. But they just made it powder instead. They screw that. People are telling, I don't want that damn concealer that's one color. So they just put a shadow there in its place. But this is, like I said, not a bad brand at all. There's also 2 glitters, because I guess there's 2 glitters in her palette. So, but the rest are the not multi-chrome, the metallic shimmers. So I'm going to go ahead and grab actually one of those. And I'll grab some mattes. I'm trying to just grab darker mattes because the light mattes are not going to show up on me because they'll be like my skin tone. So I have 3 You Can Be palettes, and I really like all 3. No, I have 4. Yeah, I have 4, but one of them I do not like very much. It's like the little cheaper. It's a cheap palette. It was like $6 or $5, and I just don't like that. But these the larger palettes, I really like them. So this, like I said, is definitely for somebody who loves neutral tones. This will give you a little bit of a pink, mauve-y hint to your look without being ridiculous in color like this. So I highly suggest you check out, and like I said, you can find these on Amazon, the You Can Be brand, but just make sure it actually is You Can Be. I've seen a lot of sellers on Amazon, they'll post a picture of this, of the You Can Be palette, but then when they send it to you, wow, she's like, I messed her up. When they send it to you, it's totally not the palette. It's like their palette, so... Oh, here we go. I thought I messed it up. That's good. I didn't mess it up too bad. I just shined it up now. So, put that over here. My last 2 palettes are going to be really affordable palettes. Well, You Can Be palette was affordable, but I'm going to go with Profusion Rubies palette. This is the little tin pan palettes. This is in a red tone. So I'm just going to grab some of the colors. These are probably some of their best shimmer formulas in these tin pans. I mean, Profusion's got a lot better with their shimmers. But I like something that's really sparkly. Like I said, I like to shine like a hoe. So I want to sparkle like a hoe. But these are the mattes. Like I said, Profusion has always killed it with the mattes. They've done really good with the mattes. And like I said, they're finally coming along with their shimmers and giving us something that actually is shiny. At least the way I like it. I said, a lot of people don't want that textured shimmer, but I do. I love it. I think it's so pretty. Fast forward. Also, side note, another good palette, I don't have it, is the mauves. Would be another good one. It would be really close to that You Can Be colors. There's the Tin Pan Mauve, and then there's another one that it's the larger palette. What is it called? It's something, but it has mauves and browns in it. That would be another good one for Valentine's Day looks that are more toned down. And then, of course, this was, I think, last year's release. Last but not least, I picked Love Struck, the large palette for Profusion. Oh, that's not good. How in the world? Okay, anyways, I had a piece of dog hair on my palette. This was a hot commodity last Valentine's when they released this, and it took me round 2 before I could actually get my hands on it, and it was just by luck that it was at Walmart, I think this one. I don't remember now, but I wound up finally getting it. But then we have 3 pressed glitters. And if you didn't know, Profusion has some really good pressed glitters. And like ColourPop's suck. I have never liked ColourPop's pressed glitters that they put in there. But I love Profusion's pressed glitters. I have such a hooded eye. I don't even have to put any glitter glue into these. They're not uncomfortable. You don't even notice them on your lid when you wear them. So, fantastic glitter formula. But this is blue. Well, I mean, there's a blue. I'm right, in a way. This is real heavy on purples and pinks, though. So, I think it's one of those more romantical kind of looks. Romantical, is that a word? Anyways, let's just grab some damn colors. I'm going to try to swatch out this. It's more of a topper color, but I really like it. It's really, really pretty. What's next? Why not just give y'all blue? I know blue is not very Valentine's-y, but it's just such a pretty blue. My fingers are wet. The coloring would come off. Now, Profusion is a brand that is buildable. They don't have pigment right off the bat, which that's why a lot of people like it, because they're not like me. I'm a pigmentation hoe. I want pigmentation. So give me all the pigmentation you can. But this brand is not that, but it is buildable. So I deal with it because I do like the formula. It blends out so well to be such a cheap formula. So this is that topper, and it's a duochrome lavender to pink to gold kind of color. It's very strange to really describe. Then we have just a grape color and matte. We have like a lilac to blue shift in shimmer. And then this really pretty like navy purpley shimmer here. So a lot of interesting shifts and colors to their shimmers in this palette. And I'm going to go ahead and just do it for you just so you can see. I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple of these pressed glitters. Now, keep in mind, pressed glitters do not swatch worth a shit. They don't. And instead of going like you normally would, just tap. Just tap it out. Like that. And it'll come off your finger better than to try to swipe it. But there are the pressed glitters. Oh, come on, camera. There we go. Okay. There are the pressed glitters to it. They're so pretty now. I won't be able to get them off my arm, I guarantee you. But I hope you enjoyed this kind of roundup of my palettes and picking what I think would be really good Valentine's looks. And this will give you something to do for Valentine's for either your sweetheart or just dress up for yourself, because that's probably what I will do. That's what I normally do. I just dress up, put on makeup for myself because I love myself. Everybody should love themselves. Herpes. Herpes. I meant to say glitter is the herpes of the makeup world. Once you get it, you can't get rid of it because you're stuck with the shit. And that is kind of a bad thing. Can't believe I hollered out herpes. Please! Anyways, it is very hard to get the Profusion glitter off. Like, I'll be covered with pink and purple glitter now for 4 days. I don't know if you can still see it. It's all over my arm. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got more video ideas coming. I just haven't filmed the damn things yet. So, anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's been long enough of me hollering STDs out. Anyways, thanks for watching me. That's for damn sure. Thank you for subscribing to me. Really damn sure. Can't believe y'all subscribe to this shit. Anyways, I love you all. Definitely love you all for putting up with this hot mess. See you later. Bye.